Working here, with the money I make, it allows my wife to stay home and raise our child. I've been at Service Champions for 10 years, and I enjoy working here with the group of guys that I'm surrounded with. The clients, at the end of the day, when you go out and you help out one of our elderly people with giving them heat or air conditioning, and you're leaving their home and they're so happy and excited, it brings a good feeling. Before Service Champions, I started working at Atlas Testing Laboratories, where we would receive parts from plating companies, and we would test them out for failures or just inspect them. And from there, I moved on to the calibration department, where I would drive out to the plating companies and actually test their equipments. I ended up peaking out at about $13.75. I didn't see myself making any more than that. I thought about going into high rises, the ironworkers field. At the end, I couldn't see myself working there because I don't do great with heights. That's where I ended up going to my cousin's shop. And I was just working there just for a bit, just while I found something else. And then from there, I went to Honda World, and I had a mechanic that actually gave me some advice, and he said I should check out air conditioning. He had told me he was taking a course with his son, and he was trying to motivate him to get into the field as well. A few months later, my dad actually mentioned the same thing, and he had actually gave me a flyer to take a course where you can pretty much learn about air conditioning and get into the field. And I just saw it like a sign. So I went and looked into it. I went out and pretty much signed up, and I started taking the course. It was gonna be a 2-year course. So the first year, it was all learning about how air conditioning worked and all that good stuff. And during the break, that's when I took the opportunity to go ahead and apply to different companies just to see what would happen. And Service Champions was one of the people that called me, and I came out for the interview, sat down with Gary. We talked about it, and they offered me a position. It was kind of far from my house, so I was kind of thinking about it. But at the end, I figured it might be a drive, but why not go out and see what this place has to offer. If I can learn more hands-on here than I could at the school, I figured give it a try. I came in as an apprentice. Gary wanted to put me out in the field, and then he was gonna move me over to service. In the morning, I would just get there, and they told me just go ahead and do what you can, clean up, help the guys out, and load up their stuff. It only took about a week or two before I had one of the leads request me, because he noticed how I was always active versus some of the other guys just kind of hanging out. He told our manager at the time, I want that guy, as my next apprentice. As an apprentice, it was fun, where I was learning from everyone because the trade was new to me. Having the opportunity to actually bounce around from different leads and actually picking up little things that they do and creating my own style. When I was sent out to do my own thing, I was able to pretty much address every situation my own way and take care of the job. And yeah, it was an apprentice. You become a 50-50, and then from there you move on to a lead, and then you pretty much have an apprentice that now you need to guide and help them out by learning the trade, because a lot of times the guys come in here and they don't know the trade and it's all new to them. The most you can hope for is that they're good with their hands and know how to use tools, and then if they don't, well, you just got to teach them. I do enjoy being a lead now, but as an apprentice, the pay was a little different. I was making a little bit under $30,000. It was just that 1 year, because after that I moved up to a 50-50. And as 50-50, I think I made a little bit over $60,000. And as a lead, I'm more in the 90,000 range, knocking at 100,000. It was just exciting to see the income grow throughout the years. And then I could actually see us buying a home versus just renting and kind of being worried about, making ends meet. Working here, with the money I make, it allows my wife to stay home and raise our child. When I was growing up, my parents always worked. I would get home from school, my mom's at work. So that's something I would like to give my daughter, is let her be raised by her mom, and as long as my wife is up for it too, if she, obviously if she wants to work, I don't mind it at all. But working here, it gives us the luxury of her staying home and raising her. And we do want to give her a sibling. You know, she loves playing with kids. At the end of the day, I mean, we hope it's a boy, but if it isn't, then as long as it's nice and healthy, it doesn't matter. Since I started working here, I've more than tripled my income. The company's growing. We're going into different type of equipment. It could be frustrating, but it's good though, because obviously the more you do it, the more you learn it, the better you get at it. And I enjoy what I do. I love installing heating and air conditioning.